Good evening, everybody. So welcome to One and Done Night. So we always have these pieces that sell out really quickly, and then we usually have one left over, and sometimes it tends to get overlooked because it's over here in my big stash. So we have pulled out some of our big stash off to the side tonight, so you can get the last one of these kind of pieces. So I cannot reorder these. Once they are gone, they are gone. Hi, Esley. Good to see you. So everything, if you want it, you'll want to hurry up and get it before somebody else claims it because I can't get you another one. Hi, Helen. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully your weather is nice. I know Helen's probably got pretty close to what we do. It's a little chilly, but not too bad. Hi, Mom. Actually makes me feel better because I'm hot all the time. And especially since I got sick, I've been hot a lot. So it's nice to have that cool air. Plus I breathe better in the cool air. So that's always nice. We are feeling a little bit better. Still testing positive. It takes a long time, I guess, now to not test positive anymore. So it's been 7 days. I'm still testing positive. Thanks, Esley. I do feel better. Still got that cough. You know how it hangs in there. But we're still testing positive. So we're not going to be going much of anywhere. So you have my undivided. I'm not sure if that's good or bad for you. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. I did not do invoices this week because with missing a show last week, we didn't have very many things to send out. So we're just going to roll those into this week when the fashion fixes come in so that you'll be able to get more shipped in one order to save you some shipping money. So we'll get those sent out this weekend, Saturday afternoon, and get those taken care of for you. Helen said cart witnessing was cold after the first hour. Was that today, Helen? Did you do it today or was it yesterday? Yeah, if you're standing out there in the cold, it feels chilly. But if you're just, inside or if you're just going in and out, it's actually not too bad. Yeah, okay. So where were you stationed at, Helen? Where is your cart at? So we've got a lot of metro work that goes on up here. They've got several locations up in Raleigh. And we have community college down here. Your meeting's on Saturday. That's right. I remember you telling me that. So we're looking forward to being able to take part in that now that they're kind of getting that all organized. We attended the training for it. So that was pretty fun and pretty interesting. At the African market. Oh, that's cool. So do you speak Pidgin now, Helen? Are you fluent?
Ask Helen if she's going to be in Winston-Salem anytime this summer.
Yeah. So we got assigned to Winston-Salem for our convention, which is unusual for us. We usually get Raleigh because it's literally 40 minutes down the road. But we got assigned to Winston-Salem this year, the last weekend in July. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing a different group or if they just kind of split everybody up a little bit more, but it'll be interesting to see what happens there. This is the first time since Max and I have been married that we will have to get a hotel room for the convention. So kind of nice. We kind of miss having that vacation every year, that little bit of getaway. So it'll be kind of nice, but there's also convenience, from being located at home. So you have it in Salisbury. Okay. Hi, Robin. Good to see you. Yeah, because she's in a smaller group.
Right. I forgot. Okay.
Do you go to an English one at all, Helen? Do you go to an English and then the Pidgin one, or do you just do the Pidgin? I know a lot of people in foreign language do more than one. That's why I asked. Hi, Marlo. Good to see you. All right, so let's get this show on the road before it gets derailed. We are doing one and dones tonight. I put that scrolling up on the bottom of the screen, so hopefully you can see that. And it'll remind everybody when they come in that there's only one of everything. So if you don't claim it before somebody else does, I can't get any more. Kind of just out of luck. Sorry. All right. So I got a little bit of everything tonight. Our first one. This one is called Explore Every Angle in red. So these are seed beads. They have a fiery red This is 2 layers. We have multi-strands of wire in each one of these layers. And we have the fiery red. It's not as orange. Okay, that's English. It's not quite as orangey red as you see it on Facebook and YouTube. It is a little bit more red than that because it washes it out a little bit for some reason, which takes away the red color. And then we have silver cube beads, as well as some faceted beads. Let me see if I can get those up there. If I can be still, that would be great, because it'll stop being blurry. Hi, Allison. And then the earrings are the little stacks of the silver and the red beads, those tiny beads. Let's see. Where is our fearless assistant? All right, so it's Jade's turn to model. This one is just above that collar. So probably about a 1/2 inch above that collar. With our 2-inch extension, it is going to come down to just below that collar. So it'll give you right about here. So it's not going to come down to mid-chest. It's going to be about halfway between mid-chest and the collarbones. So a nice upper chest necklace. This one is called Explore Every Angle. And this is the red version. And I'm telling you that because we have another version later. This is number 1. Explore Every Angle in red. How's your weather, Allison? Did you warm up at all? Robin wants that one, Max, so put that down for her. You got it, Robin. This was one of our one and dones that was in the stash over there, and I decided I liked it, so I'm keeping it. There's always a few treasures over there that just kind of get overlooked because they're the last one, and they get put over there and we forget about them. So it's always interesting to see what we've got. Today is cold. Okay. We weren't too bad today. What, 50s, Max? Ish? No. Not quite. 40s. Okay.
You had been outside.
Yeah, I have been outside, but it didn't feel that cold to me. Okay, this one is Wallflower Wonderland in yellow. It's actually yellow and orange. So if you see in the middle of those flowers, we have clusters of yellow rhinestones and clusters of orange rhinestones. They're alternating in those flowers. Kind of a little crosshatch pattern on those flower petals. Yeah, I think this one's cute too. The earrings are the little yellow rhinestones. I love to use those in my second hole, my higher up hole. This one is just below that collar. So this is not a huge flower necklace. A lot of times our flower necklaces are a little bit oversized. This one is not. It's a smaller version. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down to about here, which is going to put that flower kind of right in the middle of the chest there. So we have Wallflower Wonderland. It is in yellow. And it is number 2. You got it to go with your yellow shirt. I bet it matches really nicely too. It is a nice yellow and a nice orange in that one. I liked that flowery one. Hi, Aunt Dora. Good to see you. So hopefully I cannot cough tonight. The coughing has mostly died down. I get it first thing in the morning, the cough and the congestion, first thing in the morning, and then right before bed. So hopefully, I've had COVID, Robin, for a week. So I'm a little congested still and a little bit coughy. Hi, Becky. But we're on the upswing now. So I am feeling better. Just waiting for these last symptoms to die out, and I'm still testing positive, so I can't go anywhere. So that's fun. How have you been feeling, Robin? All right, this one is Glamour Goddess in black. So trapezoid shaped black beads. These are faceted beads. So I'm going to try to angle it so that you can see it in the light. They're flat all through the center. Yeah, I actually did have COVID, and I actually still do. Facets around that edge. This is a bar necklace, so this is all set in one bar. This is not going to move around. The earrings are little pieces just like in that necklace. This is the length. So a little bit above that neckline, a little bit below it. You're all set too. there's a lot of stuff going around right now. There's flu, there's the RSV, which is getting better. There's some kind of stomach virus going around that some of our friends have. It's just kind of miserable all the way around. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down here, which is going to put this bar mostly across the center chest. So right about there. So this is Glamour Goddess in black. And it is number 3 tonight. So let's see. Between all of us, I think there was 10 family members between my side of the family and Max's side of the family. And then, of course, Acacia's, my daughter-in-law's. 10 of us had COVID all in the last week. So don't know where it came from originally, because we all got it kind of at the same time, which means we all must have been exposed around the same time. It was not enough time for us to have given it to each other. So, all right, this one is In the Meadow of Nowhere in multi. So plummy purple, sorry, around the outside, and then kind of a light lilac-y pinkish purple around the inside. So we have a 2-tone flower. This is a mid-length necklace, and our earrings are the ovals in that lighter pink purple. I don't know what we're calling that. So it is hanging right there at the bust. Of course, if you're like me, it's probably going to hang a little bit higher. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to hang down right here, so it's probably going to come just under the bust for everybody. So we have In the Meadow of Nowhere in multi. So this is the purple version. It is number 4. Yeah, we've been just staying home and kind of keeping to ourselves because we don't want to make anybody sick. I told Max I'm going to stay home now. You know, I'm just going to hole up in the house again like we did when COVID first came out because I don't want to get it again. All right, this is Space Glam in black. So this is the black metal. We have oblong beads. We have round metallic beads. And then we have these that are studded with little black rhinestones. So give it a little bit of glitz. This is a nice one that can go from casual to dressy, just depending on what you're doing. The earrings are the round metallic black beads. This is on a snake or cord type chain. It's hanging right there at the collar. Let me turn her a little bit. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to come down to center chest or just right above it, depending on how it fits you. So we have Space Glam in black, and this one is number 5. Yes, those move. They do move. They are not stationary beads. All right. Let's see. Kind of good question. Some of them are kind of, eh. All right, let's go with this one because you won't have to think too hard, and that's a good way to get started. Number 5 to Becky. I like that one, Becky. I think you'll like it too. I also have it in rose gold. Bought it in rose gold, but that was an exclusive, that black one. So I only had one of those. All right, 5 answers. Let's go with number 4 out of 5. Name parts of a bicycle. Parts of a bicycle. Tire. Tire was number 3. The seat. They missed the seat. How did they miss the seat? The chain was number 5. The handlebars were 4. That was it, Allison. Handlebars were number 4. Sprocket, the seat, the pedals. Pedals were number 1. Gotta have pedals. Not the horn. The basket was not on there. Can you believe they had a bike with no basket? That was the important part when we were growing up. Gotta have a basket. Let's see. I think we're only missing one thing, and it's going to be a really important thing at some point. I mean, you don't need them till you need them, but when you do, they better be there. Most of the time, you probably don't think a whole lot about them, but just like on your car, until they don't work. The brakes, yeah. Gotta have brakes. Those were number 2. Because if you get it started with the pedals, you gotta be able to stop it with the brakes. Otherwise, that does not end well. I've ended it the other way, and that's not good for anyone. So let's see. We used to live, and Marlo will remember, just up the road from, there was a big dip in the road, kind of like a valley in the road. And we used to ride our bikes up and down. So going downhill, of course, you can pick up some speed going down that hill because you wanted to be able to make it up the other side. Well, one time I didn't make it up the other side. Instead, when I was going downhill, I went over the handlebars, took all the skin off the top of my nose, had a big scab there forever. I'm surprised it's not scarred, but it did not scar. It just looked ugly for a long time. So that is what happens when you do not have brakes or do not use them. And yeah, we're throwing my phone on the floor. That's not good. Let's see. There we go. Oh no, you had your front tire fall off while racing your dad home on a newly tarred and stoned road. So how many rocks did you have to pick out of your knees and your hands? You know how they always get right here in your hands and embed right there? Not fun. All right, our next one is Badlands Basin. This is the blue and brass version. So I got in the silver and black this past week. This is my blue and brass. This is my last one of these. So we have the brass little shield type shapes studded with the blue crackle stone. And then the earrings are the blue crackle stones on a brass fishhook back. Stitches involved. I did not have stitches. Yeah, we didn't really do stitches. This is the length. So right there at the collar with the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit right here at center chest. So we have Badlands Basin in brass, and it is going to be number 6. I love that darker metal with the bright blue. It sets it off really nicely, and good contrast in that. Contrast is always good because it makes things show up a little bit better. I'm sure everybody's got a bike accident story, right? If you rode a bike, you have an accident story. Oh, my kids, they didn't really have bike accidents. They had baseball bat related accidents. All right, this one is a front toggle clasp necklace. So these are great if you fasten your necklaces by yourself and it's hard for you to fasten them. I know mine, I have weak nails, so those little lobster clasps really tear up my nails and they break them. So it's always nice to have this toggle clasp in the front. There is no extension because of that toggle clasp, but they're usually a nice length anyway. This is called If You Lust in white. So we have a white rhinestone encrusted heart. We have the paper clip type chain with the toggle clasp. The earrings are the white rhinestones. And you'll see what I mean about a good length. See, so this starts out a little bit longer than our other necklaces because it doesn't have the extension. So they do make it a little bit longer. This is about 1/2 inch below that collar. So you'll have a good length. Some of our older ladies like these too, especially if you have arthritic fingers, because these toggle clasps are so much easier to get fastened. So this is If You Lust in white, and it is going to be number 7. Let's see, we've heard about the weather in New York. Marlo, how's the weather in Montana? You were warmer than us. Was last week or the week before? Week before. Max keeps track of these things. He has the little weather, app on his phone, which I do too. But he has his set to different places. So he has a place in Alaska that he looks at, and he looks at Marlo's weather in Montana and then Mom's weather in Tucson, and he compares our weather to all those. We were colder than all 3 of those places 2 weeks ago when we had that Arctic weather come through. So we beat out Alaska and Montana. That's pretty good. Hi, Ruth. Thank you for sharing. This one is called Hollywood Hotspot. So this is a chunky necklace. We have the round black beads. These are opaque, very shiny. Still nice there? Okay. What's your temperature look like? Lots of ice and no wind. No wind is a miracle. Chunky silver beads. So almost look like a little rock. Then we have the silver spacers. They look like little donut spacers. And then the white rhinestone encrusted spacers. Let me see if I can hold that still so you can see that. There are white rhinestones on those ring type spacers. The earrings are the black beads on a silver fishhook back. This is the length. So it's about 1/2 inch below that collar. With the 2-inch extension, you're going to be able to get it down here, which is just above the bust line. So we have Hollywood Hotspot in black, and it is going to be number 8. Number 8 for tonight. If you did come in later, because I was sick last week and we missed a show, we didn't have a lot to send out, so I'm just going to roll those invoices into this week's again so that we can combine the 2 weeks of invoices and save everybody some shipping. So you'll get invoices this coming weekend on Saturday, like a week from yesterday, and then I'll send those orders out. Most of them were 1-item orders anyway for this week, so. All right, this one is Socialite Social in white. So we have our white rhinestones, high 40s. That's about where we were today. White rhinestones in a teardrop shape. They have the dot motif around the outside of them for a frame. So that little dot motif, which gives it a little bit more of a casual look than a fancy look. The earrings, also those teardrops with the dot motif around the outside. This is the length. So that teardrop, middle teardrop, sitting right up there at the collar with the 2-inch extension. It's going to sit right down here. So probably just above center chest with the bottom of that teardrop. We have Socialite Social in white. And it is going to be number 9.
Actually, it says Marla was warmer than us today because we didn't have any sun.
Oh, Marla was warmer than us today? Yeah, we didn't have much sun. It was supposed to rain. Did we ever actually get any rain, Max? I don't think so. It was supposed to rain, and it kept telling us it was going to rain, and I don't think it ever actually did at our house. Probably all around us. That's how it usually goes. I never get the good stuff. Number 10. This one is called Traditional Transcendence in gold. This was one of the new. Tell Max to stop trying to steal the show. Maggie says, stop it. Hi, Maggie. Traditional Transcendence in gold. We have creamy pearly beads and the gold crystal type beads. They're faceted. We also have the hammered texture. I call these little donut rings because they look like little donuts to me. On a gold chain. The earrings are the little white pearls on the gold fishhook back. This is the length. So it's sitting right up there at the collar with the 2-inch extension. It is going to sit right here, which is above mid-chest. So it is going to be an upper chest necklace, not mid-chest. So this one was an exclusive. We just got this in with the fashion fixes this time. This is Traditional Transcendence in gold. So I'll be looking for this one to come out in other colors because I usually release them in other colors later. That is number 10. So the gold one will be our exclusive. You want that one, Maggie? Do you get donuts too? Yeah, you get a side of donuts with that, Helen. I want the donuts too. Can we all have donuts? 10 is Maggie's. You got it, Maggie. Are you bored tonight? Is Ben watching football? Saw the football off, Max?
No.
Not quite. Donuts for you, yeah. I'll share my donuts with you, but we got to wait until COVID's over. Ben's playing basketball. Oh, that's way too healthy. That's not a good idea. All right, let's see. There's 4 answers to this question. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for dropping in. 4 answers to this question. So if you've been sightseeing in New York, these are some of the things you might see. With 4 answers, we're going to go with number 3 out of 4. Tell me something you might see on a trip to New York City. Sometimes you go there to see these things. This was one of the things I always wanted to see, and now I've been there, I think, twice. Broadway. Broadway was number 2. Traffic. Yeah, you do see a lot of that. And bridges, too. Empire State Building was number 1. Statue of Liberty. I don't know how they missed that one, but it's not on there. I did see that. It was across the day, but Empire State Building, that was number 1. What else might you go to New York to see or see while you're there? Taxis. Lots of taxis. Lots of noise. Wall Street. Wall Street is not on there, but that is a good one. United Nations. Times Square. That was it, Becky. And that was the one that I wanted. I wanted to see Times Square. And we went there in the middle of the night, which is crazy. But they have cleaned it up a lot in the last, I guess, decade or 2. It used to be a really bad place, but now it's a really nice place. But we were there at like midnight, so half the stores were closed. You couldn't go in much of anything.
A lot of stuff was open too.
A lot of stuff, yeah, surprisingly, a lot of stuff was also open. The Waldorf Natural History Museum, Rockettes, People, Ball Drop Museum. So the other one is more of a natural thing. Times Square was the one we were looking for, so Becky got that one. But what other thing might you see while you're in New York? Specifically go to see. A lot of touristy things happen here. I'll drink my hot chocolate while I'm waiting. Central Park, that was the one. Yeah, you know, you got to get the carriage rides or get mugged or take your pick. That's a very New York-y thing to do. Go get mugged. Niagara Falls. Oh, I loved Niagara Falls. Not too much in New York City, but up there by Allison. Yeah, up there by Allison. It was really pretty. Oh, yeah, the big Christmas tree. I don't remember where that's at. But I do remember seeing that. All right. This is Explore Every Angle, but this one is in multi. So we had the red one earlier. This is the multi. This is yellow, turquoise blue, and orange seed beads, along with our silver cube beads and faceted beads. I'm trying to hold this still. My medicine makes me a little shaky, so it's hard to hold it still. 2 strands of these on that monofilament wire. And then our earrings are the little stacks of the seed beads and the silver beads. You did which one, Nancy? Did you get mugged or did you go to Central Park and do the carriage rides? This one is just above that collar, so maybe about 1/2 inch above the collar. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to come down here just below the collar, so right about here. Robin wants that one too. You can layer these together. Since you have the red one and the multi one, you could layer them together. So this is Explore Every Angle in multi. It is number 11, and that belongs to Robin. The carriage ride, or did you get mugged on the carriage ride? See, that would be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. If you could get everything taken care of in one. I'm kidding. A little bit. All right. Next one is Happy Looks Good on You in blue. It's actually blue and pink. So we have our little happy face emoji beads. And then we have the blue, 2 colors of blue and the pale pink beads. along with the paper clip chain for our second layer. The earrings are the little stacks of those seed beads. Thought this was a cute one. Allison has this one because it looks like her. Happy. All right, that's where this Chinese for dinner. Yummy. All right, this one sits just below the collarbones. So the collarbones would be right about here. So you can see this one sits just below the collarbones and above the collar. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to come down about here. So we have Happy Looks Good on You. This one's in blue, and it is number 12. I was thinking something, and now I just totally lost it. Oh, dinner. We have Philly cheesesteak sandwiches for dinner. Nobody's been feeling like eating much. Max, I guess, still kept his appetite, but Daniel and I are just not hungry. So you know you need to eat, but you don't really want to eat. So we've been eating things like soup and sandwiches, and I made chicken and dumplings the other night. All right, this is called Tranquil Tidings in green. I was trying to read it up against the light, and that didn't work out all that well. Natural green stone. So we've got several variations in color of that natural green stone. Some of them are almost completely clear, like that one right there. And then we have the darker green. This is a Y-shaped necklace, so we have the V coming down here, and then the tail of the Y is what has the stones on it. Earrings are also those green stones. Chicken noodle and chicken and rice soup. Oh, yum. When I don't feel good, I like to get the hot and sour soup from the Chinese restaurant because it helps clear the congestion in my head. All right, so this is the length. Our V ends right here, right above the collar. So just the tail of this Y comes down onto the blouse. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down here and on the bust. So right about there. So we have Tranquil Tidings in green. And this one is number 13. I don't think we've ever had chicken noodle soup from the Chinese restaurant. I feel like if anybody did, it would have been Caitlin. Because she's our chicken noodle soup person. I think she's had chicken noodle soup from every restaurant we've ever been to. All right, this one is Hidden Cove, in white. So this has that mother of pearl finish. That's kind of a teardrop at the bottom, oval and rectangle up there at the top. The pretty silver chain. The earrings are the little ovals, also mother of pearl finish in white. And this is the length. So this is why I say it's medium length, because it does start up here above the bust, but it ends down here below the bust. So got a little bit of both. Crosses over the bust. With the 2-inch extension, the bottom of it is going to sit down to about here. So it's going to be in the upper abdomen. So kind of between the bust and the upper abdomen. This one is Hidden Cove in white. And it is number 14. All right, let's see what else we've got here. I'm always looking at stuff. Number 15. This one is called Prairie Passion, and it is in yellow. This is a brass setting. So we have the brass pendant with that yellow flower pressed in it. Has the acrylic over it. Little dot motif around the outside. The earrings are the brass tassels on a fishhook back. This is the length, so also sitting there at the bust, another kind of medium length. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down right here. So it'll be mostly below the bust. It'll start about here and go down to here. So we have Prairie Passion in yellow. Again, that bright color with the dark metal. Nice contrast. This is number 15. All right, let's ask another survey question. We can't call it Family Feud because that's kind of That's licensed, copyrighted, whatever. But similar. They always comment about you wearing different jewelry. Do you feel like they're watching you, Helen, to see what you're going to wear next? That's how Mom says she feels, like everybody's watching to see what she's going to wear. Yeah, those two are really nice, Nancy. I liked those. All right. Absolutely. You're on display, you know. You have to represent well. Let's see. All right, let's try this one. It only has 3 answers, but I bet you can get all 3 of them pretty easily. We're going to go with number 3 out of 3. Name something parents choose for their kids when they're little, but not when they're adults. Something parents choose for their kids when they're little, but not when they're adults. And if they do choose them when they're adults, we've got bigger problems. You haven't worn even a third? Don't tell Justice. Clothes were number 2. Haircut, that's the good one. That one's not on there. Underwear. Food was number 1. I still tell them what they can eat. So food and clothes. What else might parents choose for their kids when they're little, but not when they're grown? Toys, shoes, not those. Toys get more expensive as they get older. What else might they choose? Friends, that's it. Maggie got it. It's friends. If I'm still choosing your friends when you're an adult, we need to probably see a therapist. We probably need to do that anyway. You know, just saying. We get the group rate. Pets. Yeah, that would be a little weird too if your parents chose your pets for you when you're grown. There's a lot of things I feel like could be weird in that one. All right, next one is Yacht Tour in green. So these are the oversized chains, oversized chain links, 2 layers of them. I'm trying to separate them a little bit. We have the faceted crystal type beads in that emerald green. Hi, Terry. The earrings, also those little crystal type beads on a silver fish hook back. This is the length. So nice kind of middle to lower chest necklace. Starts right here about mid-chest and goes down to about the bust. And with the 2-inch extension that's on it, you could get it right down here on the bust. So right about here. This one is Yacht Tour in green. I have one of these, not the green one, but I have one of these, and it's one of my favorite necklaces to wear. Number 16. They had them in several colors when they came out. A few of which I still have. All right, next up. I know this is one of Mom's favorite necklaces. Rebels Have More Fun in black. So this is a longer necklace again. We have 3 layers at the bottom. So you get that layered look without enough to tangle. Because if these were full length layers, what would we do with them, Helen? We would tangle them. So it's nice that they're not full length layers. Pretty chunky beads. These are kind of a twisted teardrop shape. You can see it has some faceting on the face. Round metallic beads. Some hoops up here. The earrings are the round metallic beads on a fishhook back. This is the length. These are great against sweaters because they're kind of chunky looking. So the sweater doesn't overwhelm them. So we have most of our beads up here in that top half. Then we have our layers down here in the bottom half. This is, again, the black metal. So this is like a charcoal black. It's not a jet black. So not super dark black. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to come down here to about that dropped waist. So a nice length there too. You could shorten it up just a little bit by fastening in these upper links. And you could pull it up a little bit like that if you wanted to. So if you're klutzy like me and would catch this on everything, you might want to pull it up a little bit. This is called Rebels Have More Fun. in black. And it is number 17.
That sounds like a Maggie necklace. Name.
He thinks you'd relate to that name, Maggie. I don't know what he's trying to say. I'm pretty sure that was Danielle anyway. All right. You were waiting for it. He usually picks on Shannon, so, you know, it's your night. All right. This is Limitless Luster in purple. So this is also a longer length necklace. We have hammered oval rings. And then we have those, let's see, it's pink and purple and blue rhinestones. So a little bit of iridescence with that tassel on the bottom. Earrings are also silver tassels. Length. He only picks on you if he likes you, so you're okay, Maggie. Hi, Juanita. Good to see you. All right, so this hangs mostly through the mid-abdomen. So most of it's right in here. And we have our tassel down toward the bottom. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to hang down to about that dropped waist. So down about here. It does have the nice sliding chain, though. So if you wanted to shorten this, all you'd have to do is fasten your lobster clasp into one of these other links. Pull it up as far as you want it. And then I drop the extra chain down my back, or you can loop it back around and make a little loop and fasten it in that lobster clasp again, if you don't like it trailing down your back. So this one is Limitless Luster in purple. And it is number 18. Yes, it'd look great on him, wouldn't it? And it would go with his purse. Helen says somebody needs to order that one quick before she does. Helen loves her purple. Gotta have that purple. All right. Number 19, we have Just Drop It in blue. So this is a shorter necklace. So it's a navy blue moonstone in a teardrop shape. And then we also have the teardrop silver around the outside to frame it. The earrings are the navy blue moonstones, the smaller ones on a fishhook back. This is the length. So it sits right there at the collar and just below it, with the 2-inch extension.
They didn't do it quick enough.
They didn't do it fast enough. Helen, it's yours.
She wants 17 or 18?
18.
18. Okay, somehow it's...
It's going to hang down to the mid-chest. You guys got me off track now. Hang down to the mid-chest with that extension. So this one is Just Drop It in blue. You're going to make me cough because I'm laughing now. Number 19. I do not want to start coughing because then I won't be able to stop. That's why I had to turn the fan on over here, because if I get hot, I start coughing. Yeah, that's not a good situation for anyone. All right, this is Lead Roll in green. So kind of an olive green, a lighter olive green, somewhere between olive and pea green. That's what I call it. Some friends. Yeah, I know. Just can't. You don't need any enemies, right? So these are chunky pearly beads in that green color. And then we have silver rings with texturing. The earrings, also those chunky pearly green beads. Kind of look like a pear shape. This is the length. So it's hanging about half above and half below that collar. With the 2-inch extension, I'm going to get it down to about here. So almost mid-chest, really close, depending on how it fits you. So this one is Lead Roll in green, and it is number 20. I have to say, though, Becky did save me from the having to hear that song again, about the apple bottom jeans, because we had the apple blossom pearl earrings the other night, and Max started singing the song, and I begged somebody to buy the necklace or the earrings so that I would not have to hear that song again, and Becky did it for me. That was really nice. So hopefully I will not have to hear that song again from Max's mouth. All right. trying to find a good question. Some of these are dumb. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. 5 answers on this one. Let's go with number 3, because that's the most important one. Name something you hope is clean when company drops in unexpectedly. Something you hope is clean when company drops in unexpectedly. Because you can't tell them to like stand on the porch for 5 minutes while you go clean up. The bathroom. Yep. Number 3 was the bathroom. It should have been number 1. Because everybody hopes the bathroom is clean. So Robin was first with that one. The kitchen actually wasn't on there, surprisingly. I guess nobody has people in their kitchen anymore when they come over to visit. I don't know. That's where I do most of my entertaining, kitchen or living room. The living room was number 5. Floor was number 2. Because it's not good if you're crunching across cornflakes when people come in. Or grits. Let's see. So we have the living room. We have the bathroom. We have the floor. What else do you hope is clean when company comes in unexpectedly? Dishes. Ooh, yeah, dishes. Don't want them piled up in the sink, right? They didn't put that one on the list. They must have asked men. Because I feel like most women would have gotten that one. Laundry room. No, that's where we hide everything, Maggie. That's where we hide everything. The fridge. Just don't let anybody open your fridge. That's okay. No undies laying around. See, you did it. Oh, boy. Your bedroom. Oh, yeah. We have that, too. The master bath is off our bedroom. So if they want to use that, if the other bathroom's taken, they have to walk through our bedroom. That is not good. The coffee pot. Clothes was number 1. So Maggie wasn't too far off with the laundry room. You at least want what comes out of it to be clean. And then number 4 was just a house in general. You always want the house to be clean. Of course, it probably never is if people are dropping in unexpectedly. Because you know they only do it when it's bad, right? Like if you clean it and it's spotless for 3 weeks, no one will come to visit. But as soon as something is thrown on the floor and looks messy for 5 minutes, you'll have all the people you know knocking on your door. All right, this one is called Eden Escape in blue. That's a really great idea, Helen. You just serve everybody, then they don't go in the kitchen. These are marquee-shaped blue beads. These are really close to that turquoise color, like our turquoise crackle stone, but these are just beads. So marquee-shaped turquoise beads set in a plate. So this one's not going to move around. Our earrings, also those marquee-shaped blue beads on a fishhook back. So this is good if you like that turquoise color, but you don't necessarily like the crackle stone, southwesterny vibe. This one sits just above and below that collar, so kind of half and half. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to come down to here. So the bottom of it is just above mid-chest. Not quite going to hit mid-chest. If you really want it to hit mid-chest, you could always add a little more extension. So this is Eden Escape in blue, and it is number 21. And Maggie finally did it. Made me laugh, so I coughed. You win that prize for tonight, Maggie. She wants 21. And I have to ban you from the show so I don't cough. All right. This one is Fashion Fad in purple. This is a longer one. So it is based in a black metal. We have cage beads, which remind me kind of those Fabergé eggs. So they have the little cutouts, and they're hollow inside, which are really cool beads. And they have some texturing, almost like they're glittery. These are plummy purple beads. So the round plummy purple. Earrings are the plummy purple beads, and they are on a black fishhook back. And this is the length. So down here, round belly button length. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to get really close to the dropped waist. I love the combination of the colors, Nancy. I like the brighter or jewel type colors with that black metal because they look so nice like that. So this one is fashion fed in purple. It is number 22. Yeah, the red would look really nice like that too. And I have it's a different necklace, but navy blue metallic beads with the black metal too. And that's really pretty. All right, number 23, True Love's Trove in gold. So we have gold puffy hearts, the white pearly beads, and the clear crystal type beads, the faceted beads. These are on a gold chain. Our earrings are the creamy pearly beads on the gold fish hook back. This is the length. So it's going to hang right there, basically around the collar. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit down to here, which is just above mid-chest. It's right about there. This one is True Love's Trove. And it is in gold. Really nice combination of beads with this one. Number 23. Number 24. We're almost at the end. Look at this. Number 24. Don't worry, I've still got plenty. This is Posh Promenade in brown. These remind me of caramels. Almost like the Werther's candies, don't they? They're kind of semi-transparent in that caramel color or butterscotch color. And then the gold metal accent. So we have textured gold oval hoops. Earrings, also those caramel or butterscotch colored beads on a goldfish hook back. This is the length. So we have it hanging down to about mid-abdomen with the 2-inch extension. It's going to sit right about here. So it'll start being a lower abdomen necklace at that point. This one is Posh Promenade in brown, and it is number 24. Number 25. This is the one that's named after me. So multi-strand gold necklace. This is kind of a medium longish length. Several different gauges of chain in here. I'm trying to hold them separate so you can see there's a couple different gauges. So 3 strands on each side, and then the knot right here goes down into a tassel. This is called Not All There. The earrings, also the gold tassels. This is the length. And I don't know why it never wants to lay right for me. Here we go. It's going to be one of those days, ladies. You turn it around. It lays a little bit better that way. All right, so it's going to make a liar out of me. Here we go. So this is like a smaller version of the, what am I trying to think? The Scarf for Attention necklace. That's all chain. So this one is knotted right at the bust. Tassel goes all the way down here to the belly button area. So this one is Not All There in gold. And it is number 25. All right, we're going to ask one last question. Then we are going to let Max do his thing over there and draw our winner for the free piece of jewelry. And we'll look at a couple more pieces while he's doing that. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. 3 answers. Let's take number 3 out of 3. Name a profession where you might be called a shark. A profession where you might be called a shark. At least you're not shark bait. Could be worse. Lawyer. That was it. Gotta have a shark for a lawyer, right? If they're going to represent you. Card shark. Oh, they didn't have that one. Loans were number 1. Car salesman. There are some card salesman sharks. Loan sharks, card shark. You were on the right idea with the card shark. It's not cards. It's another game. And I don't know why. That's not really a profession, but, you know, we'll give it to them. Loan officer, not a loan officer. It's a game. It's a game. Some people play it professionally, I guess. Poker? Oh, not poker. This one involves stripes and solids. Gambler? Well, they do gamble on it. Broker? Not a broker. Fool. Fool was the other one. Good job, Helen. I knew somebody knew that one. Marlo knew it too. I'm not even going to ask Marlo how she knew it. I'm sure it's because of your husband, right, Marlo? That's it. All right. So Max is going to do his drawing for the free piece of jewelry. This is Mojave medallion in black. So we have black stone in oval shapes. Set in, this almost looks like an antique picture frame to me. I'm glad you're going with that, Marlo. I'm trying to get you off the hook here. Looks like an antique picture frame. The earrings, also the black stone beads on a fishhook back. This is kind of a rounded chain. It's almost like a box chain, but it's rounded. It hangs just below the bust. So upper abdomen necklace with the 2-inch extension. It's going to come down to about mid-abdomen. So it's going to hang more in this area. This one is Mojave medallion in black. It is number 26. I had to get my cards apart. There you go. Number 27. For 27, also kind of a mid-length or longer necklace. This is Sonata Swing in red. We have that oval red rhinestone in the center. Some little filigree around the outside, along with white rhinestone accents. Dot motif is the very outer frame. So looks like little dots. The earrings are the red rhinestones. This is the length. So it is hanging also in this upper abdomen with the 2-inch extension. Going to come down to about mid-abdomen, so right about here. This one is Sonata Swing in red, and it is going to be number 27. So Becky, you are getting a free piece on your next invoice. You are the winner of our free piece of jewelry tonight. So as always, they appear as a $5 credit. It just goes against one of your pieces of jewelry. So it will be on your next invoice when you get it on Saturday afternoon. This one is a choker length. This is called Slimmer Glimmer in gold, and this is our last piece for the night. We have brushed circles in gold on the snake type chain or the cord type chain. I call it a cord type chain. All right, good night, Robin. This is the length It is actually a little bit longer than our normal chokers. So it's actually down around collarbones right about here. With the extension, it is going to come down below this collar. So right about there. Our earrings, also those little brushed gold discs. Let's see if I can show you the texture. I have to hold really still or the camera won't pick it up. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Let me see if I can do it down here. So they are brushed texture. There we go. So this is Slimmer Glimmer in gold, and it is number 28, our last piece of the night. You didn't win because you were told about Max's belly button ring. Yeah, well, at least you didn't send pictures. So, you know, it could have been worse, Maggie. I'll make him pick you next time.
Mm-hmm. Tell Maggie, I'll bring it by her house so she gets special treatment.
Yeah, Max says he'll deliver yours in person, Maggie. So you're going to get special treatment. All right, thank you all for coming out tonight. I appreciate your support. We'll be back Wednesday night at 7. The fashion fixes that were ordered will come in on Tuesday. So those will be in your pouches for this next invoice. I don't think we have anything special going on this week. So we will see you on Wednesday night. Hope you have a great beginning of the week. And hopefully by Wednesday, I will be free and clear. We'll see you all later. Good night.